So someone I know told me last week that my content was quote unquote mid and that I'll never make it. And you know what? For like 2 hours, I just sat there thinking about it, feeling like absolute garbage. But then something clicked. And I wanted to talk about this because I know if you've been there too. Someone you know probably told you that whatever you're working on won't make it, or you're just delusional. It might be your parents, a friend, and maybe they all doubt you. But we're gonna figure out how to flip that criticism into the exact fuel you need. So here's the thing nobody tells you. Criticism hits different when you're already doubting yourself. Like if you're in your 20s trying to figure things out, every negative comment feels like confirmation that you're failing, right? I used to take every piece of feedback as a personal attack. Someone says my editing needs work. Okay, I'm trash at everything then. My boss points out a mistake. Well, time to question my entire career path. The problem is that we are wired to remember negative stuff more than positive. And it's called negativity bias. Our brain literally holds on to criticism harder than compliments. So that one hate comment, it actually drowns out the 50 people who said they loved your content. And the worst part, the criticism that stings the most actually comes from people who either don't understand what you're doing or they're projecting their own insecurities onto you. But we treat all criticism like it's the actual truth. Okay, so here's where things changed for me. I started asking myself, is this the person trying to help me grow, or are they just being negative? Because there's a massive difference between constructive feedback and someone just hating. Constructive feedback or constructive criticism is specific. It tells you what to improve and sometimes even how. And hate is just fake and attacks you just as a person. So once I figured that out, I made this rule. If someone gives me feedback that I can actually use to get better, I write it down. If it's just a comment like you suck with no substance, then that's their problem, not mine. But here's a real game changer. I started using criticism as a roadmap. Like if 3 different people say my audio is off, that's not them being mean. That's them literally telling me exactly what to fix next. They're doing market research for me for free actually. Because think about it. Critics are showing you where the gaps are. They're pointing at the exact spots where you can level up, and that's valuable intel if you know how to use it. So here's what I actually do now, and I think you can try this too. So the first thing I do is to, when I get criticism, I wait 24 hours before reacting, like seriously, because that initial emotional response, that's not helpful. Not for you, not for the person giving that maybe feedback, and you just need to let it settle. I also separate the message from the messenger. Just because someone's delivery sucks doesn't mean they're wrong. And just because someone's nice doesn't mean they're right. So focus on the actual content of what they're saying. Another thing I do is I ask myself, can I control this? If someone says my voice is annoying, I can't really change my voice. But if they say I'm talking too fast, too slow, or without any emotion, that's actionable and I can work on that. And here's the thing that really helped me. I started keeping a proof folder. Every time someone says something positive, I screenshot it and I put it in the folder. Every time you accomplish something, write it down. Because when criticism hits and you're feeling low, you need evidence that you're not actually failing. And the critics will always be louder than your supporters. Always. That's just how it is. But your supporters are real people too. And their opinions matter just as much. Probably even more. Because they actually care about your growth. And look, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you criticism doesn't hurt. It does, and I still get in my feelings about it sometimes. But I've learned that the difference between people who make it and people who quit isn't talent. It's how they handle the hate and the comments they get. Every successful person you look up to has dealt with way more criticism than you're facing right now. And the difference is they used it as fuel instead of letting it become poison. So when someone doubts you, they're actually giving you a choice. You can either prove them right by quitting or prove them wrong by showing up anyway. And honestly, the best revenge is being successful while they're still sitting there and talking about you. So next time someone criticizes you, take a moment for yourself and ask yourself if there's truth in it. If there is, use it to get better, and if there isn't, let it go and keep moving. Your haters are gonna hate regardless of what you do. So you might as well do what makes you happy. So to wrap things up, you're not behind, you're not failing, you are learning, and every piece of criticism is just another lesson if you're willing to see it that way. Anyway, that's what's just been on my mind today. And let me know in the comments how you deal with your criticism or positive feedback or negative feedback, because I and other people are still figuring this out too. And I'd love to hear what works for you.